Experience what it's like to have dementia in 90 seconds. The first thing that I want you to do is remember this set of numbers: 5, 8, 3, 2, 4. Working memory is your ability to hold some information in your mind for a shorter period of time, not super short like short-term memory, and then recall it to use it later. So in this video, I'm not actually going to ask you to repeat the numbers that I gave you. This video is actually about prepared environment and how that makes a difference in how we can function in the world. The first thing that I want to ask you right now is, how are you feeling? Do you feel confused or agitated at all, or annoyed, or are you wondering about something? And can I ask you to tell me what working memory is? I gave you the definition earlier, so can you tell me what working memory is, not what the numbers were that I asked you to remember? The point in this video is that the environment that you are in, any one of us, makes a difference on whether or not we are able to cognitively understand what's going on and physically function. If you are neurodivergent and have had lots of testing done, then you might have repeated those numbers over and over again and blocked out everything else that I said, so you weren't able to define working memory for me now. It's also possible that there were so many distractions in the video that you were focusing on those and unable to kind of listen to what I was saying and to process what working memory is. For all of us, dementia or not, the environment actually creates feelings, emotions, and then the behaviors that happen from them. So if you wanted to turn off this video and you're like, I don't want to watch it anymore, I understand, because it's probably annoying to a lot of you. For some of you, you might have a form of neurodivergence where you're actually able to shut out all the other stuff. And for others, if you have neurodivergence like I do, you probably had a really hard time when you hear noise in the background. If I'm swaying around a lot and then I kept changing my necklace and there's lots of other noises and things. And so the same thing happens for people with dementia. And when that happens, they might get frustrated or angry. They might be like, you didn't tell me to do anything. And then you might have things that look like paranoia. And so there's a whole host of all these responsive behaviors that we say happen in dementia that, yes, happen, but could happen to any one of us. And what we need to understand is that when we change the environment that somebody is in, and the environment includes not only the physical space, but also ourselves and how we speak to somebody, the words that we use and everything, that can actually change these behavioral outcomes that we're seeing. Responsive behaviors are the term that a lot of people use in dementia for behaviors that are things that we typically don't want to see, like wandering, hitting, arguing, and things. But technically, every single one of your behaviors in life is a responsive behavior. We do things in response to what's going on in our environment and in our life, and that's why our behaviors happen. So the first part of Montessori-based dementia care is to become an objective observer, which means observing not from your own perspective, but trying to observe from the perspective of the person with dementia so that you can figure out what in the environment might be leading to some of the behaviors that we're seeing, because the neurocognitive decline may be making their brain work a little bit differently.